There's a story in the UK about gold that refuses to stay buried, not because it's hidden well, but because anyone who gets too close to it either disappears or dies. It started with a robbery, a simple one. £3 million in cash. But what they actually found was enough gold to change their lives forever and destroy them just as quickly. Before we dive in, if you're the type of person who enjoys real stories that feel stranger than fiction, then you're in the right place. Welcome to True Crime Bites, where we don't just tell you what happened, we show you how it all falls apart. If that sounds like your kind of story, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks they've heard every crime story out there. Because this one, they probably haven't. And even if they have, not like this. November 26th, 1983, just before 6 a.m. West London, near Heathrow Airport. Inside one of these buildings, a Brinks-Mat warehouse, millions in valuables are stored behind reinforced vaults. Security is tight, or at least it's supposed to be, because what no one inside realizes is that the robbery has already begun. And it didn't start outside. It started inside. One of the guards on duty that morning wasn't just there to protect the building. He was there to open it. An inside man, someone who knew when guards switched shifts, where the alarms were weakest, how long it would take police to respond. That knowledge made the gang unstoppable, because when they arrived, they didn't break in. They walked in. The robbers moved fast, armed, controlled, focused. They tied up staff, threatened them. At one point, they poured petrol over a guard and held a lighter close enough to make him believe this was real. The guards gave up the vault access. And just like that, the hardest part of the robbery was over. The plan was simple. Get in, take £3 million in cash, get out. But when the vault doors opened, everything changed. Inside were stacks of gold bullion, bar after bar, row after row, shining even in the dim warehouse lighting. Not thousands of pounds worth, not millions, but 26 tons of gold. The gang stood there, realizing they had just stumbled into something far bigger than they ever planned. This wasn't a robbery anymore. Cash is easy. You spend it. You move it. You disappear. Gold? Gold is different. It's heavy, traceable, recognizable. You can't just walk into a bank with stolen gold bars. So now the gang had a problem. A very dangerous one. The solution? Destroy its identity. The gold was transported to secret locations, melted down in furnaces, mixed with legitimate gold supplies. Once melted, it became almost impossible to trace, and slowly it began to re-enter the global market. Police quickly realized this wasn't just a robbery. It was one of the largest heists in British history. An investigation was launched on a massive scale, and cracks began to appear, because not everyone involved was careful. Several members of the gang were eventually caught, charged, convicted. Some received long prison sentences. But here's the problem. By the time authorities caught them, the gold was already gone, laundered, melted, dispersed. And this is where the story changes, because after the robbery, people started dying, one by one. Individuals connected to the gold, directly or indirectly, were murdered, shot in cold blood, executed, or simply disappeared. These weren't random acts. They were calculated, silencing people, tying up loose ends, or settling scores. Over time, a theory began to spread that the gold was cursed, not literally, but in what it brought with it: greed, paranoia, violence. So where is the gold today? Experts believe a large portion of it is still in circulation, hidden in plain sight, melted and reshaped so many times that it's impossible to identify. It may still exist today, in jewelry, in vaults. What started as a simple plan turned into one of the most complex and violent criminal legacies in history. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, some stories aren't just told, they leave something behind. I'll see you in the next one.